get my Apple password. I don't know. My Apple password. Do you know how I can reset it?
Oh, you have to contact Apple.
Apple.
Yeah, 'cause that's the only thing. That's why I don't like Apple. That's why I don't like your iPhone. And you should be able to get in your email.
I can't. I can't get in my email.
You got your email collaborated.
Not with the town. Town separate.
So that's your town phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you should be able to just put that email in there.
Amanda.
You got your Outlook on here.
Huh?
Where's your Outlook? Is that it?
Yeah.
That ain't Is that Outlook?
Yeah.
That ain't Outlook. That's Apple.
Where's Outlook? I thought.
That's why I can't stand on my phones. I just hit a button and I'm right there in it.
Really?
Yeah. See right there with the Outlook. I just do that right there.
I know I got emails.
password
I don't know nothing about and it's those partnership for children. Okay.
It's updating.
What that mean? Oh,
It's
So-
your,
oh yeah. So what you fixed it? What? So what do I do? Nothing. You got. I'm good to go. You saved me. Hell, Amanda, thank you, because I was getting my emails. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Okay. Yours on. Yours on. Mine's is. Say step by step, one by one, what's gonna work out. But, people used to say you mess with stuff, you stir up enemies. That kind of was good.
All right.
Don't fall.
it's already live.
Got 2 minutes. Oh. Oh, they do go back pretty good. Wow, I didn't notice that. Turn it on the way. You on the way. You. the attorney. Hugh? Is Hugh on his way? No, sorry about that. I was just knowing, is Hugh on his way?
Yes.
But we'll start though, 7, okay. That's fine. Okay. Okay, we got 1 minute. Where's the gavel? That's okay. No gavel. Amanda, I'm gonna use this as the gavel. It's okay. Good evening. No gavel. It's time for us to begin the Board of Commissioners meeting for August the 14th, 7 o'clock here at the Wanaco Chamber. And at this time, I'm going to ask Commissioner Mitchell if he would lead us in the invocation, please. Okay.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for bringing us all together for this meeting, that it may go on whatever your will, let it be. Thank you for the many blessings that you have stored upon this town, and we just ask that you just guide us and lead us, that we always will make the right decisions through your way. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Stand, do the Pledge of Allegiance. Is your mic on? I don't think his mic is on. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. I've got announcements. Wanaco Board of Commissioner regular meeting will be Thursday, September the 11th at 7 o'clock at the Town Chamber. Wanaco Fire Department monthly meeting going to be Thursday, September the 4th at the Wanaco Fire Department. Wanaco Planning and Zoning Board, their meeting is going to be Thursday, September the 4th at the Wanaco Town Chamber. Community Economic Vision Workshop, that's coming up on August 26th, and that's at the Palmetto Theater. That's going to be from 5:30 to 8 o'clock. This is going to be held by Mr. Ron Allen, our interim for the town manager. We're asking all citizens of the town that this is a good workshop, get more familiar with economic development and things of the town. It's going to be held on the 26th. And that's Citizens Academy is going to be beginning at September the 8th. And this is for all citizens of the town. And this is going to be another academy. And is this the same day, right? Is this going to be different at the same? No time. It's a different time. What time? 6. Oh, it's going to be at 6 o'clock. And that's going to be at the Palmetto Theater as well? Or? No, that'll be held at the library. Library. Okay, sorry. That's okay. That's all right. It's going to be at 6 o'clock p.m. That's going to be at the. That's okay. That's going to be the Citizens Academy, and that's going to be great for the citizens to learn. And I'm excited about that. Town Recycling is going to be August the 15th and August the 29th. And the office is going to be closed. Labor Day weekend is coming up on September the 1st. And at this time, do we have any public comments? No public comments? Okay. And no public comments. Just like to, we want to thank first and foremost everybody for coming out this evening, and also to those that's live on YouTube. I also want to say that on the board, on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, we're glad that you're here. And I just want to take this opportunity to state that, you know, at this point in time, our Commissioner Chad Jarvis is not here with us. And as everyone has, you know, this has is a private, I would say private, but unfortunately, circumstances has taken place. And some things you cannot control as an elected official. I just want to let everybody know that as a mayor, I am aware of the situation, and then you know, just looking at this as it unfolds. And I just want to make that publicly known. And I thank you. Next, we have public hearing. That's item A. No public hearings. We're going to look at adjustments and adoption of the agenda. And that's
motion to accept the agenda as it is.
I second.
It's been moved in second to, for the adjustment of the agenda as is. Questions, are you ready to vote? Are those in favor of it? Those opposed? Ayes, okay. And we'll make sure that everybody, if you could speak through your mics, that'll be great. Thank you so kindly. This way, our town clerk will be able to record. Okay, next we have on the consent of the agenda.
Mayor, typically, these are items that are routine in nature, and I will go over those, and if the board has any questions as to making any changes or not, we're going to ask for a change on one. But the first one, consent item on the agenda, is the approval of the minutes. Those are the minutes that you have from your last meeting. Item B is permitting software. We are not ready yet for that. So with the motion that I have with the agenda notes is that we would recommend that you approve the consent agenda, removing item B. The budget amendments, I just want to talk about those real briefly. Those are typical end of the year amendments we make in our budget to come under conformance with the local government commission. Those are standard amendments. There is no change of money or additional spending that the board has not already approved. It's just technical amendments to get our books correct for the auditors coming up here in the near future. Item D is the Walnut Cove Colored School Grant Amendment. This is an amendment, a text amendment, and the board would be authorizing that organization to spend those funds as needed to preserve and maintain that building and that kind of thing, as opposed to for the specific things that it was listed for. And then the last one is interesting. It's we talked about not having a public hearing tonight. We probably will have a public hearing at our next meeting because we are asking for permission to advertise for a moratorium on smoke shops and vape shops in the downtown as a zoning. This is something the board's been interested in, had a lot of comments on. Kim is working on that with the planning board. Basically, this is you all saying, yes, let's go ahead and set the public hearing, and then at the public hearing, you all can decide whether or not to adopt the temporary moratorium. But those are the 5 items. So, like I said, Mayor, if we could get a motion to approve the consent agenda with removal of item B. Unless there's any questions.
And all commissioners have reviewed and looked at your packet, and so.
I'll make a motion to accept the item B.
I second.
It's been moved for motion to approve the consent agenda and to remove item B, permitting software, attachment B. Question, are you ready to vote? Those in favor? Those opposed? Okay, thank you. We move into item 9.
We're not going to deal with item B tonight.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, sorry. Okay, information agenda. That's going to be London Elementary Crosswalk. That's attachment F. There is a nice crosswalk at London School for the elementary children. So,
And Amanda says that there is more signage coming,
okay.
so that there will be some additional improvements. But that's just for board information. There's no
Right.
action needed taken. It's something that y'all are looking at, trying to get, and so if there's not any questions, we can move on.
It's going to move to, which has been out for several years, is old business. Item A is London Park Plan. Several years ago, we did get grant monies to the board of the town. I would say the town got grant monies from our North Carolina State Representative Kyle Hall spoke to get monies. I think it was $250,000, $200,000 for London Park for upgrade for the London Park area. And that project's been ongoing for a while, and that's going to be attachment G. And I don't know if Amanda, if you want to elaborate on it, or would you let? I know she pretty much, okay,
Amanda
okay,
and I have been working.
okay,
In
okay,
fact, Amanda's been working on this for a long time.
yes,
doing a lot
okay,
of hard work in this.
okay.
As you know, we originally had a much grander plan. The bid came back and you all rejected the bids because we didn't have the money to do it. It was like $700,000 or $800,000 was the bid for the park. So what we've had to do is sort of step back a little bit. And what we are doing now is asking the board, we want to do something, we've got this money. We have, with the match and the amount we were granted, $322,414 to expand. We are recommending, as you can see in this packet, grading of $104,790. We got a bid on that from a local contractor. The design work, administration, and the playground equipment and installation is $106,879. And the bathrooms, which are included in your information, $147,575 for a total of $359,244. Now, you can see this is about $36,830 more than what you have budgeted. But Amanda, in working her magic, has said that she can come up with an additional amount of money that we had set aside for some building things. For the what? Leftover grant money from other things. So we can use that money and not have any additional money in the project. What we would look to do is probably hold on to that about $3,500 over that as a contingency in case something came up. But if not, we would probably use that for landscaping, and we'd come back to you all for that. So tonight, what we're asking for is the authorization from the board to allow us to go ahead and sign the contracts on this and get started and get our park up and running up there. And, so that's what we're looking for tonight. So, any discussion or any questions you can do it, but I just need at some point a motion to approve the plan and authorize staff to start the contract work. And then what we will do is we will bring a budget amendment back to you at your September meeting, which will formalize all of this.
What's the time frame on the completion?
Mayor, that's a good question. The grading obviously is going to be done pretty quickly. We think the playground equipment can go in pretty quickly. The lead time on the bathrooms is about 4 to 6 months. So that is kind of the time frame we're looking for completion. But I've talked to the guys out of Pennsylvania, and they're going to see if they can't speed that up a little bit. So, it's like everything else, things are back a little bit now. But what we hope is that we'll have a playground graded and the bathrooms in hopefully by no later than February.
Okay,
So, then what's the warranty on the bathroom or the lifespan of the bathrooms? It's gonna last 15 years, 10 years?
How long will the bathrooms last?
Yeah, you know.
what's the material?
warranty,
Oh, it's normal construction material, things like that. It should last 40, 50 years.
okay.
This is a lot,
It's not a temporary
right,
structure. This is all,
It's-
solid
right, right. I'm just,
material on slab, this will last a long time.
one company is out of Kernersville, right? I see one is estimated, that's 104,740, that's out of, okay. And then you have the other builders, are they local, are they, is he completing everything? The playground, well, the playground equipment gotta come from a different area, right? Oh, it's different, okay, no problem, okay, well, that's a good, that's great, okay. Okay, so that's good, okay,
So as soon as he gets the grade, we'll have a playground. We'll get that in immediately.
okay,
That, hopefully that'll come quick.
okay, thank you.
So we just need a motion there from someone to approve the staff to go ahead and execute these contracts with your, signature and to bring back to the board the appropriate budget amendment at September meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve on Park Lawn.
And we'll just use this word here for the motion.
It's been moved in second for London Park plan. Question, are you ready to vote? Are those in favor? Those opposed? I know it's been several years of this project for London, and it'll be a nice, once it's completed, it'll be a nice town, has property over there, and it'll be utilized, and so, thank you for that. New business under item 12. We got US 311 North Main Street on item B, attachment H.
Mayor, this is the intersection of 311 and 89. I believe prior to me, the board has requested DOT to look at that intersection. They have come back with their data and said, yes, it looks like it would merit changes. What they are requesting that we do is that we refer this to the RPO and MPO, and that way they can get it on the TIP, the Transportation Improvement Program, for funding. This would improve the intersection and would include some landscaping and some nice things up there. So basically what we need is, if the board wants to move forward with this, is to allow us to forward this on as a priority to the regional COG and the RDO.
Okay, that's on item H.
I'll make a motion to forward the US 311 North Main Highway 89 to the RPO.
Perfect.
It's been moved in second to, for the US 311 North Main and Highway 89 to the RPO. Question, are you ready to vote? Those in favor? Those opposed? Thank you. I see the letter here from the State Department of Transportation.
We will forward that on.
Okay.
Their recommendation.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now we're going to national, this is item under 12, new business. We're going to the National Senior Center proclamation. And that's going to be item I. And this item is a proclamation. This is from the Town of Wanaco proclamation by the mayor and the Board of Commissioners of the Town of Wanaco National Senior Center Month. And we know Wanaco have a senior center and a lot of great things that goes within that facility at the Rosenwald School. And so this is a proclamation, and we would need a motion for this National Senior Center proclamation.
I'll make a motion to approve the National Senior Center proclamation.
It's been moved in second for the approval of the proclamation of the National Senior Center proclamation. Those in favor? Those opposed? It's a really nice proclamation. I guess they would have this framed and signed and put in the senior center.
You'll sign it there.
Okay. Okay. All right, thank you. This is item C.
Item C, our fire chief recommends us adopting this resolution of the enclosed attachment J, which is a pretty standard thing that most towns do. It is adopting standards for hazard mitigation, and by doing this, it puts us in, gives us the ability, when events happen, natural emergencies and other things, we become eligible for some grant funds. So this is really kind of a thing we just need to adopt and say that we're part of this program, and will allow us to move forward in the future to be able to apply for grants.
Of course, we need that. It will allow the town to get monies for grant monies, so.
Just adopting a standard,
Mhm.
so we just need a motion to adopt the hazard mitigation.
I'll make a motion to adopt hazard mitigation resolution.
It's been moved in second to adopt the hazard mitigation plan resolution. Question, are you ready to vote? Those in favor? Those opposed? Thank you, and thank you, Chief Boo, for that recommendation. We always appreciate our first responders and the job that they do for the town. Item D, Town Fork Creek Greenway Trail.
Yeah, Mayor, is there anybody here tonight?
I can speak on that behalf.
Okay, I just wondered if there was anybody in particular.
She could, Carolina Miho, and, I mean, I think Commissioner Hurston could speak on that, if you like, on that trail that they,
Yeah, we went to the wastewater treatment center and looked into it, doing a greenway through there by the creek. And around the backside of it, come back up by, Ninth Street over here.
Right, right. Well, it's my understanding that there was a plan for that. And they have applied, Amanda, for a grant.
Yeah,
They got a grant.
they need permission for the funding, and there's a 25% match, but they said that they had additional funding to cover the 25%. I heard about that with Caroline.
So basically, they have a source where they can get the money to help do this and get this done. So what we need to do is say, yeah, we want this done, and basically that's what this motion is. It's a motion to approve moving forward with this project to give us, and at this point, requiring no additional money from the board. But this will be a good thing for the community.
yeah. I think also, that I mentioned, was another gentleman there, is his name Tony from Germantown? Okay, Tony from Germantown had actually reached out to Caroline and wanted, I think the grant was originally was $100,000, am I right? $100,000? Okay, so it was funding that was, that they wanted to apply for, just to give back to the town for a greenway. So,
So basically, according to this document that we have, the board needs to, a motion to approve the application, commit to a 25% match, which we know we're gonna be able to get from another place, and that we agree to maintain the trail for at least 10 years, which we would do. So
in the,
those are the three actions we need to take to move forward.
right, and the 25% comes from what place?
It comes from the resilient trails, and then
Okay, that's all, okay,
they're gonna do the match.
okay, thank you.
But we have to say that we
Yeah,
have.
right, exactly.
So, what, I guess we need a motion to approve the grant
Mhm.
application, commit the match, and, commit to keeping the trail open for at least 10 years.
At least 10 years, okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion, for the Town Fork, Creek Greenway Trail to approve the application, to commit, the match and maintain the, landscaping for 10 years. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, it's been moved and second for the proposed Town Fork Creek Greenway Trail application. The 25% is coming from another organization to be matched, and for the landscaping to be maintained for 10 years. Question, are you ready to vote? Those in favor? Those opposed? Okay, at this time, we have item 13, Manager's Report.
May I just like to, make some, brief mentions of what some of the things we're working on. I met with, our engineers, Tuesday with, Mark, and we went over, we have about 1.3 plus or minus million, dollars left out of this grant for water improvements. And the idea is that we would use that for the altitude valve on the tank that would keep the tank from ever running over, the one we've had issues with. So part of the money would be used for that. It's a valve that regulates that, and when it gets too much, it tells it not to take any more. And it'll save us money because we won't be throwing water just on the street, out of the tank. And the second project is the bypass in and around those sections, which will again give us a better pressure gradients as in our system. So what I'm telling you tonight is, we are working on that. The engineers are trying to finalize that. We will come back to you with a formal plan and diagrams to look at on that. But Those are the two items that we think we can get done with this money that is left. And according to Mark, those are high priorities and will really help us, in terms of the overall water project. But we'll be bringing you back more information on that. The power screen has had some issues down here with flooding and water, in their location. And I want to work on trying to help them find out ways we can help mitigate that, and/or they might possibly be looking at a new location in town or around town. So I'll be working on that, and I'll be coming back with more information on that as I get it. The other thing that we're gonna be working on is, I have been approached by several commissioners and mayor about some issues with, we have a lot of stuff that has started growing over our streets, just over the years and overhanging. So Mark is putting together, getting some bids together on getting that mitigated, getting the whole town done. And he's got one price, we're working on another price. And we will probably come back to you in September with a proposal and how that'll be done. The contract typically are done per day. Mark anticipates that it's gonna take 5 to 6 days to do the whole town. But we'll have all that information for you to look at. Right now, we don't have that finalized, but I just wanted to let you know that's something we're working on to bring back to you, which will be a major improvement along our streetscapes. We are also gonna continue working on our economic development team that Johnny and Thomas are part of. And we will be moving forward with that, and that may be in conjunction with maybe talking to the Power Screen folks about something, and I'll get back to you guys on that. Of course, I do want to mention the Citizen Academy. Any of those that want to come to the Citizen Academy, it's free. It's going to be fun. We're going to learn a little bit about city government. What you don't know, you can ask, and what I don't know, I'll ask. But it's a chance for citizens to just understand. The first session will be general government and finance. We'll go over the rules and regulations and laws that these folks have to deal with every day, and why we are a town, and that kind of thing. The second session will deal with police and fire. We will actually have the policemen and firemen come in and talk about what they do, and the chief has graciously agreed to let us tour the facility, and I think the sheriff's office has said that they will bring their cars and equipment down for us to look at the things, not just what they do in town, but what they do for the surrounding community. It'll be a good chance for us to learn the kind of things that they have to deal with, and and ask, you'll be able to ask questions. Well, why do we do things like this, or why do you have to do this? And it's really impressive if you get a chance to talk to these folks. Sitting in the back are really committed folks in what they do, and we are very fortunate to have the people we have. So that's the second session. And by the way, these sessions will start at 6. There'll be a light refreshment too, but that's why I need you to let me know if you're coming, so I'll make sure I have enough food for everybody. We're going to try to keep them about an hour and a half. The first session will be every Monday night for 4 Monday nights. Hopefully you can make all of them, but if there's one you can't, it's okay. We'll catch you up somehow or another. The third session will be public works and water and sewer. And in that, you will get to know and learn about all the things that are the lifeblood of our city. These folks here, one of their responsibilities is to make sure that you guys are safe, and that's public safety, but also part that we have safe sanitary things such as garbage pickup, how we do that, leaves and limb picks up, our streets and roads, and our water and sewer, and how we deal with that. How we try to deal with delivering drinkable water, and how we try to treat water that has been used. So that'll be the third session. And then the fourth session will be economic development, planning and zoning, and kind of a wrap-up. And if everybody behaves themselves, there'll be a couple gifts out of it too. So, but I do want it to be fun, and I do want it to be something where you can feel better. And I've told the board that the more we can get to know about what goes on, when things come up or you read something in the paper, why do those guys do that? You can say, well, I know why they do that. Here's a state law that says they have to do it that way, or this is why it happens. But I want Probably should have. But nothing illegal, immoral, unethical, just, knucklehead stuff. I do want to invite anybody that's interested, just call City Hall and let them know if you're interested in coming, so I can have a number for that. Mayor, thank you for letting me plug that. Fall cleanup is coming up, dates, we have a mailer going out, Mayor, to all the citizens that give those dates, and I think there's other information in that too. What's in that mailer?
The fog program, Code Red, fall cleanup, the new water rate,
Anyway, there's a letter going out to every citizen on that, but if anybody has any questions about dates or times on that, just call us, and we'll get that to you. And then the last thing, just very briefly, I think it's, I know you all want me to stay around for the next 30 years, but I can't. So what I want to do is, I plan on next month bringing to you probably the advertisement for your permanent town manager. And what I'll try to do is get that together, craft that together, and then get your permission to be able to advertise that in several publications. So we'll start that process. Now, we know that process takes a little bit of time, but we need to get, going on that. So I just wanted to tell the board that I'm planning on bringing you guys in September the advertisement. If you all approve that, we'll go forward with that and move on and working on that. And lastly, let me just say again, I've made a lot of nice friends since I've been here. Thank you all for being so kind to me. We try to do the best we can. We're not perfect, but occasionally we'll make a mistake and try to minimize those. But I do want to say, as somebody that doesn't live here, you've got a bunch of good people here. They treat people right and they treat people nice, and I am thankful that you all have extended me, kindness that you all have since I've been here. And that includes the board, Mayor, too. You all have been very good to me. So that's just what I wanted to say, and that's all I have to say. And you can move on to board comments. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay. Board comments. Thank you. Board comments. Good. Just like to say that I know there's a lot of things that's going on in town. For as the streets, I did ride around some, and we got some bad areas. We got Lakeside Drive, we got Summit, we got London, we got, the whole area. I took pictures, and that's so important to have safe streets. And I know tires are very expensive, and you go around and you get hit one of these holes. It's just, we want to talk about that, get that addressed, as well as some of these trees and streets. We know that some of these streets, you can't have two cars passing on them. Another concern of mine is reaching out to we're gonna find them, the solar farms, and making sure that these residents that's over by the walnut tree and some of the solar farm vegetation, when we look back at some of the notes from where it was approved, the vegetation is not as where they said it would not be noticeable to see some of this. So let's make a note of that. We'll get with you on solar farms. I want to say to Angie Bailey and the Cove Group, and also to first responders, thank y'all for the great thing, back to school event. I think the kids had a great time. I want to say thank you, and the concerts that they're doing on Thursday night. But I know back to school was a great time. Me and Angie did a challenge there with the bouncy house. Not the bouncy house, we did. So, I asked her to go with me up, and then we came down. But the kids, the children, it seemed like they really had a good time. And Christine, thank you for what you're doing with the library. I know school has started. We want to just pray for our young folk, our young children. I say the young children, and going back to school, that they will be having a good year. And I know she's done great works for the library as well with the children. So that's definitely some of the things in the town that need to be improved on. Water is very important, making sure that every area have clean and safe water. And we want to talk with you about that as well, and some of the areas that need to be looked at. So not to say we have safe water, it was just that some of these things that we need to go back and look and see.
In reference to the streets, I think that's a good idea.
Mhm.
You and Mark and board members, and we need
we could do that. That would be good.
I think that needs to be done.
Okay.
In fact, Thomas, when we were riding around earlier, remember I mentioned that? I said, man, this street needs to be looked at, so, we'll do that. I think that's something we need to, and maybe we could come back no later September, October with some kind of list of what, what we can do.
Okay. Okay, and also Kim is, we know that the Department of the Theater's got a lot of things going to be going on this weekend. Just, it's always good to go there and have a great time. On behalf of I would say myself, as mayor of the Board of Commissioners, we strive to do the right thing for the town. We appreciate you entrusting in us as your elected officials. As you say the word elected, you was elected by the people, elected us to do a great job and to set a representation for this town that that you would be proud of us. And I just want to say thank you. I want to say also to the businesses. A lot of the businesses are growing in the town, and it's nice to see that. So we're striving very hard with other organizations. I know we're meeting with Duke Energy. I have a meeting with the chairperson for the YMCA. See if we can get with, I see David Kirkland is back there, educator, former educator, and getting with some of these, the Y, and they want to bring one close to Stokes County, and that's what I was told. And so I just want to say thanks. Anyone else? Chief Boo, you have anything you want to share with us on, you may have something. I know a month is, it stretches, so I don't know if you have anything that you would like to say. Thank you, sheriffs. Thank you, Planning and Zoning Board. I see some of the members are here tonight. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
It's been moving second for the meeting to adjourn. Question, are you ready to vote? Are those in favor? Those opposed? Thank you. Meeting adjourned.